work of not at all fiction, it's total reality. This is a disclaimer usually that we get in the movies. And any relation to any particular incidents or any person is purely intentional, it's not coincidental. So with that, the topic of my speech is gender stereotypes. I'll be iterating one brief incident to you all, and it's a true incident. Like I said, it is totally related to reality. One of my colleagues once told me about one Vaggie. Do you know who is a Vaggie? Who looks at you, who holds your wrist? So she told me that Vaggie will hold your wrist for a minute and then he'll tell about your health problems. So I have heard about such kind of people from my father, and I was very interested to experience it myself. I booked an appointment. I went to the Vaggie's clinic. Do we call it clinic? I went to the reception area. There were around 40 to, not 40, but I think 20 ladies. So I wondered, this Vaggie is very popular amongst ladies especially. I waited for a good 40 minutes until the receptionist called my name. I entered the cabin of this Vaggie. It was squeaky clean, and the Vaggie was exuding so much of calm and quiet. He looked very peaceful, and he spoke very softly, like, please come, that I have to ask him to say it again because I couldn't hear what he was saying. He called me. He held my wrist for around 1.5 minutes. After 1 minute, I was looking cluelessly at my husband. What is he doing? After he opened his eyes, have you heard that song by Shankar Mahadevan, Breathless? Like that only, he continuously spoke for around 2 minutes. Vata, Pitta, Dosh, etc., etc. He said that you're suffering from this, that. So many things he told me. I wondered, I was impressed by his wisdom. So almost 90% of the things that he said were true. I was so happy. So after that, he went on to say some things which were not at all related to my health. He said that you get irritated very easily. Okay, you don't have patience. And then he did the same thing with my husband also. He held his wrist and said many things. Contrary to what he told me, he said, you're a very happy person, you do this, you do that. And then I told him he snores a lot. I can't sleep. So the Vaggie, I was shocked to hear that the Vaggie said, it's not his problem, it's your problem that you can't sleep peacefully. So then he generalized. He went on to generalize and said that women have this tendency, they are generally irritated, they lack patience, they can't sleep peacefully. I had accumulated a lot of respect for this Vaggie, but as soon as he said those words, it dissipated away. And I got angry. I really lose patience, but no, it has nothing to do with my gender. So obviously it has been driven by a lady. Most of the times what I saw was there is a person, the driver is looking at a mobile, irrespective of the gender. So that's the gender stereotype case. And you will think that I am only giving examples, women-centric examples, because I am a woman, that's why I have so many women-centric examples, but most of my male friends also have told me so many things, such as if a man is very caring and considerate, he will be thought of as being weak. He is not strong enough. If he likes yoga, instead of going to gym, he is not masculine enough. My husband, he is suffering from back problem, but he don't go to gym because yoga, he doesn't go to yoga because yoga is for ladies. So that's the truth. If I go on blabbering out gender stereotypes, there will be so many things. So there are so many other stereotypes. For example, a person speaking good English is intelligent. A person good in studies, he is not good in sports. A lady with short hair is very modern and she do not relate with tradition or culture. So she's agreeing with me. Why do we stereotype? Because us humans, we love to oversimplify things. We don't want to think or look beyond what we